What is going on, guys? Welcome to Stock Talk with Nico Kritikos. Today, we are going to be doing some more analysis for SMCI, which, if you've been following my channels for 2025, this was my number one pick. About, what, 3 weeks ago, I posted, no, actually 2.5 weeks ago, I posted on my Facebook and my TikTok and stuff about how this was my number one pick for 2025. It was trading at $26 a share, and the valuation was too cheap. The growth was too strong for this company. And the only reason it was trading down is because all the controversy surrounding the fact that their 10K and their earnings did not come out for 2024. And that last year there was pretty much people were thinking there was fraud going on at the company. But then after an external audit, it showed there was no fraud. And so that was the first piece of good news. And then now, after they reported earnings a couple days ago, it looks like they had a slight miss on revenue and a slight beat on EPS. And so the stock actually kind of traded down there for a little bit, but then these last couple days now, the stock is up 25% in the last week. And just today, the stock is up 11.5%. So I have sold approximately 15 shares or so far. And so I got 60 shares left. I'm up 92%. And I plan on probably selling another couple shares if it goes to like $60 or so. I'll probably sell another 10 shares or so. But according to my calculations, I think the stock can easily be $75 a share by next year. And that's not asking for that much. The trailing P on this stock over the last year and a half, I guess you could also look at it like, remember, these numbers are only dating back to Q2 of 2024. We're going on almost an entire year now with no current data. So trailing PE, though, is typically in that 23 to 26 range, right? So let's say they keep trading at 23, 24 times earnings. Well, 24 times this year's expected EPS. Next year, it puts the stock at $89, right? So that's for 2026. That might take till the end of 2026, who knows, to get to that $90 range. But for this year, I think, 60 to $65 a share is easy. And then if they're growing, they're doing huge growth, 60% in revenue growth this year and then 40% next year. You might as well hold it into 2026 as well. And the stock should be easily $80 or $90, right? And the valuation is not even that, it's not even that high of a PE. That's only 24 times earnings. That's nothing. There's a lot of these stocks in this space trade at 35 or 45 times earnings. So I don't know. I'm taking some profits slowly just because I've learned my lesson as far as trying to hold a stock forever and just hoping that it goes up, because sometimes it doesn't always happen. Sometimes it comes back down and you miss out on making any money. But honestly, I should probably lean more towards the side of holding most of your shares, just so that, because there's a very high likelihood the stock will go up another 20, 30, 40% from here. And I want to have, as many shares as I can to take advantage of that. So what's happening now is last week was an important week for them because they reported earnings. But this upcoming week, in a week from now, February 25th, this is probably even a bigger date, because this is their deadline to file last year's annual report along with the reports for September and December of 2024. So, and then that prevents them from getting delisted. It should, at least. So if that's the case, then that's what has investors excited right now. That's why this stock just went from $26 to $53. Because again, at $26, you're not taking much risk. You were paying 8 times forward earnings. So that's the way I was. I started buying this at $20, and then I kind of kept buying shares and averaged up. But anywhere from when it went to 18 a couple months ago, anywhere really even around $30 a share, the risk was low, right? So at that point, you weren't taking on too much risk. The chance was not there. It was just a good risk to reward profile. And so now, as the stock is at over $50 a share, it's starting to price in the good news, and they're expecting good news to come out next week, right? So once that good news comes out, I think the stock could keep going, because then it locked in the fact that they're not getting delisted and all that. So, and that should put the stock at $65, to be honest. It should put the stock at $65 or so, at least. And so that's kind of what I'm aiming for. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next video.